Hi guys, so I'm on social media the other day and I'm looking at this thread and it's a long thread. And when I get in there and I start reading it, there are all these comments and heated exchanges, some name calling going on, some people running one another into the ground. You know what the hot topic was? Almond milk versus cow's milk. I was like, what the heck, man? You know, like, are you seriously? There's people on there having a big argument over this topic. And guys, that is why in this little video today, we're talking social media and how you show up and how you carry yourself on social media tells yourself so much about what's going on within your own life, but also lets other people get some indication as to what's going on in your life. There is that saying, what you are speaks so loudly, people can't hear what you're saying. And the way people show up sometimes, people can sit back and sit there and work out a heck of a lot about what's going on in your life and where you're at in your spiritual journey because of how you respond to people on social media. Everyone's watching and you've got a choice on how you respond, right?
Yeah, I love it. People think they've got the mic and it's their opportunity to speak and they write something really negative on there and it's like, man, what's going on in here? You're not happy for that person. They might be celebrating something or they might have an opinion of something and there's a negative, yucky comment on there. It's like, look at what you're doing. Stop being a keyboard warrior and look at yourself and go, why do I feel like I have to get the mic and scream back at that person and go backwards and forwards to start a war? I mean, we've all been there. This is a new thing, the social media. Really, it's really only been around 10 years, Facebook and Instagram, and we're all learning. So it's totally okay. But going backwards and forwards is old programming. It's, you know, to look at the negative the person doing a negative comment and seeing it and just not hands off the keyboard, no replies needed. You look at the person, be the observer of where they're at and realize they're damaged just like all of us have been. And they still can't see it from an aerial perspective yet. So have compassion for the cow milk versus the almond milk thread. I mean, people are still in low realms, still learning how to get themselves in a higher vibrational frequency. And just have compassion because it's just a part of their journey.
Well, it's also about learning yourself to recognize how you respond. Because if you read something that you don't agree with and your immediate reaction, and I've caught myself there going, da, 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 and then I'm like, hang on, just delete. It does just whatever.
Whoa, back it up.
Whoa.
Hang on, let me think about this. How is this going to look and what implications?
I mean, if you want to call someone a knucklehead or a this or a that or a dimwit or, you know, I've got to use the terms correctly, but you get the idea. I mean, well, what's that say about you? I mean, what's the purpose of saying that? To make them feel terrible or to make them out to be a fool or an idiot? Well, that's just a negative projection out there forever. You know, the thoughts that we think and the responses that we have exist for an eternity. They go out there into the universe, and certainly in social media, the comments you write and then send are there forever. So we need to think about that. Is it because you're wanting to write a reply because they are wrong and you feel like you were correct? And whether they are or whether they aren't, I mean, I couldn't give a rat's.
But why do you have to be correct on someone else's post? Can you not just remove them as a friend and realize that you don't really like what they're all about and just leave the negative projection away? And you're going to be in a higher state of being for doing that because something mightn't resonate for you, but it might resonate for the other person. So just let them live their journey. It's not easy here on earth learning all these bits and pieces on a, you know, especially on a spiritual awakening journey, what's right, what's wrong, how you feel, emotions. We're all doing our best. So why don't we all try and help each other and build up each other and put more positive comments down. The government structures actually want us to have division. So they're just loving the backwards and forwards and the yuckiness on the comments. But we need to be smart and conscious about this. Rise above and be the observer, and we come together and we ascend together.
It's not about needing to agree with someone or something that is obviously wrong either. It's all about the way in which you respond and you present. Like, I've seen people comment to one another about a point of view or a piece of, maybe it's a history fact or something, and people have pointed out that, oh, look, actually it's this, and here's the link on why it is. And I was interested in this too, but then I did some digging and found out this and found out that. And no one's having a go at anyone. It's just presenting an alternate fact. So we're not saying you have to agree with everything that the person says. It's more about being aware of a negative attack in terms of name calling, or in getting, upset and justifying and having long arguments with people. Because, I mean, if you feel like you need to be heard and your opinion needs to be right, or that you need to sort of conquer them or defeat them, that's just emotions within yourself coming forward in your interaction. So be the observer, be cautious of what you put out there on social media, and realize that how you show up and how you project yourself is a way in which you can have a positive influence on other people. I try and make sure that whenever I comment on anything online, I'm either encouraging someone, complimenting someone, telling them that I love the information, or I'm really getting into this, or whatever it is. Always positive, always positive. And if I don't agree with someone, just say nothing. Or if you've got some sort of really strong information as to why, you might be able to guide them to explore this avenue so that they can come up with their own new conclusion. But if they don't, it's no skin off my nose. I think that is the sort of way we need to think about this social media thing, which is sometimes just out of control.
Sometimes it's out of control, and at the moment it is out of control. But remember, we are all one. We all are interconnected, and this is the Great Awakening, guys, and this is all about us waking up and joining together in unity consciousness to elevate. The old is division. The old is, ego. The old is pointing the finger and judging and fighting and all those low realm negative emotional projections. And
so guys, just before you respond, drop a note down below whether you are a cow's milk person or an almond milk guy, because I'd love to know.
And let's throw the thumbs up on everyone's comments and encourage them, because it's all a part of their journey. And if they like cow's milk, good on them. If they like almond milk, good on them. We love you. Take
Thanks,
care.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.